All right, one more time. One more video. Because I'm trying to be informative. Y'all know I only doing videos if I'm being informative. I only do posts if I'm talking about something that you may be interested in. You know what I mean? The smell goods, music, something like that. You know what I mean? Something that can enhance you. We don't have fodder over here for videos. We don't do fodder. What's going on, JT? Yeah, we don't do fodder videos here. We do videos that make sense. You know what I mean? And so what makes sense is, let's talk about programming. Let's talk about how much you're programmed every day. A lot of people don't realize you're programming because they tell you. You know, some things are just put in right in your face. They call it hiding in clear sight, blind sight, whatever it is. I don't know. Whatever it is. Almost like eyes wide shut. It's almost in that vibe. Whereas you see it going on, but you don't know what's going on. So why do they call TV programming TV programming? A lot of people say, well, Raj, they call it TV programming because the programs that's on TV. Well, they still program. So again, why would they have to use programming? TV shows, TV information, TV programming. Well, they have this video of all these TV stations. Maybe like 4, 5, 6, 7 TV stations. And it was a minuscule story. It was really a real minuscule story. And the story was just simply about, well, this car got a little pickup. I don't think it's faster than my Ford though. The story was about a little girl or something getting candy. It was some kind of little story, you know what I mean? Of course, trying to glorify something that don't need to be glorified, because, you know, they're good for that. Especially, you know, yeah. So anyway, they're trying to glorify any little thing that somebody do. This is a great thing. It's great. But it was about this little girl and something about candy or something else. It was some foolishness. And they showed like maybe 10, 12 news stations talking about the same thing. So you would have thought that maybe it was local, but it wasn't local. It was just part of the programming. And they showed like 17 TV stations. And they could have showed more. It just goes to show you that what they're trying to make a point of, once the story is sit down to a news station, all the news stations are controlled by 1, 2, or 3 people. People. Not companies, people. And this one story went across 17 news broadcasts about this little girl and some candy. And they said the same script, but you know, different TV personalities or different TV newscasters would say it a different way. Like, she picked up 3 pounds of candy, and that seemed to be enough for her, or something like that. And then then went to the next story. I mean, not the next story, the next station. Same thing. And she picked up 2 pounds of candy, and that's all she needed. I mean, 17 stations in a row reported on the same story about this little girl and candy. I mean, it just goes to show you that we are being programmed. We're being programmed by CNN. You're being programmed by MSNBC. I used to always watch MSNBC because I thought CNN was corrupt. I thought CNN was CIA. So I wasn't even dealing with CNN because I saw, you know, how they handled the war and everything. I'm like, man, please. So I started looking at MSNBC because I thought they was more on the Democrat side of things as opposed to being on the Republican side of things, like Fox is, right? But now things are starting to show. I mean, you got people who used to be at Fox are leaving Fox and was coming over to MSNBC, right? You know, and it goes to show you that, you know, even the newscasters start realizing, because they know what's up. I mean, they know what's up. They got a job to do. They got to report the news. They don't write the news. They don't sit at home and write down what they're going to say every day. No, that's the producer. But then where the producer get it from? He got to get clearance from somebody else. So if Rupert Murdoch decide that, okay, we don't want that story. I don't want you doing that story about the girl and the candy. I don't want you doing that story. And that's all you got to say. You can't ask him why. He's Rupert Murdoch. You can't ask, well, why you don't want to do that story, boss? It's a good story. No, we're not doing that story. Let's do the story about the crackheads. Let's do a story about crackheads in South Central LA killing each other. Yeah, let's do that story. See, we'd do that story. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that story. We don't want to do the nice story. You know? 2 examples of that. I like riding in and talking to y'all, cause things come to my mind as I drive. The one recent can come to my mind, I'll remember this one. I'll remember the other one more, and I'll definitely get this one out right here. Dave Chappelle said, there was a time that 2 people got kidnapped. A long time ago. And remember, it was the girl who got kidnapped. I forgot her name. And she got kidnapped for like 3-4 months or something like that. And they had kidnapped her. And then finally, she got away. You know what I mean? After like 4, 5, 6 months or something like that. And she found her way out. And Dave Chappelle said, that was crazy because she was only like 5 miles away from my house. Which is like crazy, right? But then he talked about the girl here in Philly who had got kidnapped. And as she got kidnapped, she was out the door in freaking an hour. And got the people who kidnapped her arrested. Only an hour. What story did they glorify? They glorified the other story. They didn't glorify the story that the girl got away in 2 hours and got her people locked up. No. They glorified the other story about the other girl because she was more victimized because she had been locked up for a whole 6 months or a year, whatever it was. Yeah. Here's another story of programming. Okay, you ready? Now we got a problem with opioid epidemic. There's an epidemic of opioids. Yeah, why? Well, who makes the opioids? Pharmaceutical companies make it, right? Of course, right. So, you know, pharmaceutical company makes the Oxycontin and, you know, the methadone, whatever other stuff that they're taking now. They make that stuff. We can't make it. I mean, some guys can make it, you know, in their crib and blow themselves up and stuff like that. But for the most part, that's not marijuana, that's not cocaine, that's not heroin, all that stuff that come out the ground. That's not that. It's not opioids. So now we have an opioid epidemic. So what are we going to do about the opioid epidemic? Let's donate. Let's help save these people who are on opioids. They're helpless. They can't do it. They're opioids. I saw Governor Christie doing a commercial yesterday about opioids and how we need to help donate money towards helping these people who are on opioids. Yeah. Yeah. No, we're not going to lock them up. No. Because they're not criminals. The people who are abusing opioids are not criminals. No, they just can't help themselves. No, they can't help themselves. No. They can't help themselves. Let's give them some money. We're going to make all these programs to help these opioid heads get off opioids. We're going to give them all the care they need. We're going to open up drug centers. We're going to open up all that stuff for these opioids because they're on opioids and they can't help themselves. Donate to get them off opioids.com. Yeah, let's do that. But yet, back in the 80s and 90s, when crack hit the hood, and we had all these people on crack, how did crack get in the hood? We know how crack got in the hood. Nobody in the hood went over to freaking Colombia or whatever, got the crack and brought it back. No, it was dropped in the hood. It was dropped in the hood, and they had somebody who sold out on us, learn how to make crack out of it or whatever, and got all them people hooked. I mean, pretty much you can look at, what's the name of the movie, American Gangster. You know, and it's a true story. He'll tell you. You know, but he went to Vietnam and got his own. He went over and cut his deal, and then paid the government to bring it to the States. Seriously. So what did they do to all the people that was on crack, who got caught with crack, who got caught with a little bit of marijuana, a little bit of crack, cocaine? What do we do with them? Did we start programs to get them people off crack and cocaine? Did we start a program? Did Governor Christie come on TV and said, we need to help those people who are hooked on crack and who are hooked on cocaine? We need to help them. We need to help them. Did the pharmaceutical company make cocaine and crack? Nope. Cocaine comes out the ground. Did they make the heroin that people were shooting up in New York with my man, American Gangster dude? Nope. Comes up out the ground. This is why the United States is staying in Afghanistan. That's why the United States always want to act like there's a war in Afghanistan, because that's where all the heroin is. Did y'all know that? You don't know it unless you find out. And if you don't want to know, you just want to just sit around, go to work every day, or sit around every day eating your corn chips and everything, and not trying to find out what's going on in your world, then you wouldn't know that. United States are in Afghanistan, and the United States, they're in Afghanistan for two reasons: oil and heroin. Period. The money you can make from heroin. So they interviewed one of the guys who was doing the heroin. And I saw this on another channel, of course, because I don't look at mainstream TV. And he said, why don't you sell, I forgot what it was. I don't know whether it was corn or something. He said, why don't you sell that instead of heroin? He's like, because we make more money off heroin. So what's that? United States know that too. So that's why they over there keeping an eye on that heroin. Is heroin an opioid? Well, it can't be, because that's not manufactured by a pharmaceutical company. That comes out the ground. If you got you some heroin seeds, I guess you can grow some heroin poppies or some cocaine poppies, or you can grow that. Sure you can. Yeah. So what we do with all them people, now let's go back. What we do with all the people that was on crack and all this stuff? Lock them up. Oh, we're not locking up the opioid heads. Well, we can't lock them up because opioids came from pharmaceutical companies. So we can't lock them up, but we can't blame the pharmaceutical companies. Just blame it on the individual, but don't treat them as criminals, because then the pharmaceutical company is going to look bad. Because this is their drug. This is their drugs. All them drugs, their drugs. I mean, whether it's mineral drugs like Paxil and all this stuff, it's their drugs. That didn't come out the freaking ground. Oxycontin didn't come out the ground. None of those opioids came out the ground. No. Maybe about pharmaceutical companies. So what we're going to do, we can't lock up these people who are hooked on opioids, because then the pharmaceutical company is going to be up in uproar. People are going to be like, well, sue the pharmaceutical companies. So they already got enough lawsuits. Every time the FDA approves something and they're killing people, then they got lawsuits. You can't sue the FDA. Well, we didn't know it was that bad until about 5,000 people started dying. Then we found out it was bad. So then we pulled it. Did you hear about the drug that they pulled? Bayer pulled the drug. I don't know whether it was for AIDS or something. It was one drug they had, and people was taking it. And it was so toxic, it was killing people. So then they went and dumped all that, they dumped the drugs over in India or something like that. And they're still trying to get some money. Yeah, it's like, nah, yo, we ain't just giving up on that drug. United States might have said we can't do it, but India didn't say we couldn't do it. So they dropped the drugs over in another country. I don't know if it's India or not. They dropped the drugs in another country. Same thing. A lot of things we take for granted, these drugs we taking, they don't allow those drugs in Europe. Europe has banned most of them drugs. They banned them. Europe said, no, we don't want those drugs. They're banned in Europe. But they're not banned in the United States. Did you know that? You know why? Because you're programmed. You're programmed every day to look at those commercials and say, if something's wrong with you, we got something for it. If something's wrong with you, we got something for it. Cat Williams talked about it. Dave Chappelle talked about it. Everybody talked about it. You got something wrong, we got something for it. Now, the side effects is going to be worse than what it had initially. It's definitely going to do that. They're going to be a lot worse. The side effects are going to be worse. Yeah, cancer, yeah, it's horrible. But the chemo makes you sick, so they got to take some medicine for the chemo. You're programmed. You're programmed into medicine. Now, they're going to cut back on, well, you know what? I don't look at mainstream TV, so I don't know whether they cut back on the commercials for medical, for drugs or not. I don't know. I don't watch mainstream TV, except for football games, And then once the commercials come on, they start talking about, medicine for this, medicine for that. I just don't pay attention to it. Try to get you on a pharmaceutical payroll. Or do I take a couple pharmaceuticals? Absolutely, I do. I don't have to tell you what they are, but I do. But, and there is a but, the one I really take all the time, there's one I don't necessarily take. I really don't. It's prescribed for me, but they be calling me talking about, your prescription should be up by now, because I'm not really taking it. I might take it once a month or something. Because I knew better. I'm like, man, I ain't taking that every freaking day. You lost your mind. The other one I'm taking is the dose is so low that really is minuscule that I can actually eat a banana and get the same benefits from taking that med, but that med also is good for another part of the body, which is called the kidneys. So, and I looked that up. So it's a good, keep your kidneys healthy as well. So there's one pharmaceutical product that they got right. They got that one right. And I take that one every day. know what I mean? But overall, you're being programmed. You're being programmed into get your medicine. Get it. And we got it, baby. We got all kind of medicines for you, baby. Whatever you want, we got it for you. Your hip hurt, got it. Can't do the thing no more, got it. Women, you don't have a sex drive anymore, got it. We got it all for you, baby. We got it for you. All you got to do is come get it. But we got it. And they program you into thinking you need pills and medicine every day to live. You know, some people taking 5, 6 medications. One medication for this, to negate the effects of the other medication for that, to negate the medication of another medication for this. It's just medication after medication after medication after medication. Just taking them. How you taking them? Because the doctor said take them. Every time my doctor tried to put me on a med, I'm like, I'm not taking that. You know I'm not taking it. I don't know why you trying to prescribe me something. But Bill, no, I'm not taking it. I am not taking it, guys. What can I do? What can I do on the other level? What can I do on the homeopathic level? Because again, my physician, is a vegetarian. So since he's a vegetarian, I trust him. Because he is a vegetarian. That's what made me become a vegetarian. So I see how he does his vegetarian thing, and we're about the same age, you know. And you know, he's the one that inspired me. Yo, lose that weight. And I kept saying, nah, I ain't losing no weight. I'm gonna work it out and make the weight look good. I'm gonna make this 280 pounds look good. When I started losing weight, he was like, what you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, William? He got me William. What are you doing, William? I'm doing what you said do. I'm not eating meat anymore. That's what I'm doing. I'm a vegetarian like you, Doc. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So again, we can decide to be programmed and let the mainstream media and all the people on top of them, pharmaceutical companies, all the lobbies and pharmaceuticals, they are lobbyists. They go to the government and lobby to get these meds approved. That's what they do. Get this med approved. We're lobbying for it. Let's do this. That's what they do. And I'm trying to tell you that no, it's not good. It's not good for you. It's not popular. Stop doing it. Just stop. If you had more faith, if you had as much faith in medicine you have in your creator, you'll be all right. I'm going to say that again. If you have as much faith as you have in your creator, some people got more faith in doctors or pharmaceuticals than they do in their creator. They say they Christian. Oh, I'm blessed by the best. Jesus is my co-pilot, and Jesus power in the name of Jesus. And they're taking 500 meds a day. 500 meds a day. Now I'm over exaggerating, but if you got the power in the name of Jesus, He give you power enough to know that you're not supposed to be taking the medication, and you need to change your mind about how you do things. That's where the power come from. If you think you got power in the name of Jesus, you talk about it. You in church talking about it. You in church and you taking 27 meds. Yeah, in church you shouldn't be taking any meds. Because you should be just knowing that, hey, did Yeshua take meds? Take no meds. First of all, he didn't eat bad stuff to make him have to take meds. He didn't smoke. They ain't say nothing about, Yeshua smoking. They ain't say nothing about him eating meat either. Yeah, that's right. Everybody want to know what Jesus did. You ain't doing it when it comes to the way you live your life. And I ain't talking about live your life as, I'm talking about as far as eating and stuff like that. I'm just going to go there with it. Stop being programmed. It's not good to be programmed. Stop being programmed. Change your own mind. Pray on it. Get the power to go over any addiction. Only addiction I have is being single. It's not good for me right now. I'm going to get a wife one day, though. Get a wife one day. You're going to bless me with a wife. Until then, single life is horrible. Horrible. But I'm hanging in there. Praying on it, all that. I'm out.